And welcome back, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. I always appreciate that. And today I'm going to review Silent Hill 2, a game that was originally released in 2001. Now, in Silent Hill 2, you play as James Sunderland, who receives a letter from his wife asking him to join her in Silent Hill, this little rural town in which they once vacationed. Now there's one problem. The wife has been dead for 3 years. Now this is a very interesting start for a horror game. James turns up anyway, and so begins this sort of psychological nightmare.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
Now, aesthetically, of course, a game from 2001 will have dated graphics, and so does Silent Hill 2. But I played the director's cut, and it actually still looks okay. Sure, it's sort of a bit rough around the edges, lacking in detail, but the game still is able, up until this day, to create this amazing atmosphere, using basically light and darkness a lot, and a complete lack of colors. All is accommodated with amazing soundworks. You know, the ambience of this game is gonna freak you out. I guarantee you. And the music is just brilliant.
The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself.
This is a really strange universe that is being created with layer upon layer of grotesque imagery. I mean, for instance, the hospital you'll visit. The walls are smeared with blood and the toilet is clogged with shit. And everything is rotting, burned or broken. And the monsters too, they are just hugely disturbing. And as a story, Silent Hill 2 touches some of the most serious themes ever seen in games. It deals with the loss of a loved one, with madness, with self-mutilation, with suicide, and like no other game before it, it's really terrifying in an almost psychological sense. You know, it's like this nightmarish dream you're playing. It's really crazy.
Wait a minute. I'm kind of tired.
Gameplay-wise, it is a third-person sort of action-adventure as you sort of work slowly your way through these dim-lit corridors and run down apartments and bowling alleys and, as I said, the hospital. The biggest problem I had was with the camera. It changes constantly in perspective, in how you look at James as you play it. It is all very cinematic, and it adds to the atmosphere because you can't always see what's in front of you, but it's also very confusing to navigate the game. It's very confusing. I constantly had to refer to my map, which does get updated as you play, which is a really, really nice touch though. The game also relies heavily on finding items, usually keys, to progress further on in the game, but it's not always clear where to find these items. You can't always see them. Some of the stuff you'll see, but some other stuff is sort of hidden or somewhere else in a desk, or some clues are easily missed. That's what I want to say. It's so, and these are very important items you'll have to find. Otherwise, you'll be searching certain places a lot just to see if you've missed something. And I've been wondering, because this is a game that's quite old, and I recently reviewed Ico, another game on PlayStation 2. And I've been wondering, why is it that Silent Hill 2 sort of is like art to me, and why Ico isn't? Because I think Ico has one thing going for it. It's the thing with the boy and the girl, and you have to help the girl find her way. But there is not really any story going on. It doesn't really try to reach out to the player. And here, in Silent Hill 2, this game really sort of tickles you. It really makes you think what is going on. It keeps you guessing. It keeps you engaged with the story and the cutscenes that will that will appear in this game out of nowhere, basically. And this game does not contain a lot of jump scares, but it's just so disturbing. It's so disturbing, and this is not meant for kids to play, right? It's a very adult game, but it's really one of the best psychological horror games that I've ever had the pleasure, which sounds crazy, but the pleasure of playing. It's worth a play, even today, after 14 years. And that's saying a lot. This game is awesome, disturbing, challenging, and utterly nightmarish all at once. So, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next video.